you simply know what a high-powered rifle sounds like, just watching on the internet or watching on your TV or just listening to the sound of those pop, pop, pops, you know that this was an assassination, and it takes 2, 3, 5 seconds at most to know that an assassination attempt is going on. You don't have to wait 7 hours for a bureaucratic pronouncement.
But I heard that snap through the microphone, which was about 3 feet from the president's head at the lectern. And my first reaction was, it's a high-powered rifle. That is not the gunshot. That is the sound of the bullet, the projectile itself going past the president's head.
Mhm.
So now I'm thinking to myself, this is not a handgun in the crowd.
Right.
And that was apparent to me within the first couple seconds, 3 or 4 seconds. The signature of the rounds that you can hear on CNN or Fox or whatever you're listening to. We know the president's movement suggests it's coming from his right across the stage. So I'm thinking the shooter is off to the president's right. It's a high-powered bullet. It's outside the stands. Those rounds are going to land someplace, or you're going to have other casualties because those bullets go someplace.
Yeah, they got to stop somewhere.
Got to stop somewhere. And the president turns his head, and his side of his head is covered in blood. So I go, the president has been shot at. The president has been hit. He has gone to the ground. He's covered with the Secret Service. Where's the shooter? How many rounds are going to come through? And that's where we go next. I say this because that is precisely what the Secret Service agents are doing. The guys on the ground, they're looking for the threat so they can neutralize the threat, because a high-powered rifle with a 30-round magazine, you got a lot of potential for dead people.
Right.
And it happens very quickly. So I don't know anything about the area. I haven't seen any pictures of it, but I assume 2 things. One, the rifle is some distance outside the original, the inner perimeter, and it has to be elevated.
Right. He knows this just from the sounds, right? Anyone who knows high-powered rifles knows these things just from the sound of the pops, and you can just pick it up listening on the internet.
Because it shot into the protected inner perimeter. So it has to be an elevated sniper. That elevated sniper is probably on a rooftop. And now my immediate thinking is, we're not dealing with the counter assault team who would handle a ground assault. We're talking about a counter sniper team engagement, because they would be responsible for an elevated long rifle shot, aimed fire, probably with optics. Somebody knows what they're doing because they hit a human being in the head. And in this case, thank God, it missed by 1/4 of an inch from creasing his skull.